Hello, my name is Tracy Allen, and I want to welcome you to Cooking with Some Friends. Hello and welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. I was not going to make anything today. I was just going to take the day off from cooking, but my granddaughter sent me a message. She has a ball game to go to tonight. She wanted to know if I would grab her something to eat for the bus, and I thought, well, yeah, I'll grab her some pizza or something that she likes, but I'll make some cookies and she can have those on the bus as well. So I'm going to make some toffee chocolate chip cookies, and I found this recipe a while back. I had a procedure done at the hospital, and I was talking to one of the nurses, and she said that her niece had a cooking channel. And so I looked it up, and this is one of Kelsey's recipes that she posted on Dance Around the Kitchen. So you could look that up too as well. But anyway, so I'm going to make toffee chocolate chip cookies. And in my bowl, I have a half a cup of butter that's softened. And to that, I'm going to add a fourth of a cup of granulated sugar and 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. And I'm going to beat this up until it's light and fluffy. I have the oven preheating to 375. I've got my baking sheet ready, my cookie scoop, all of those things. So I'm just going to go ahead and beat this till it's fluffy. And you can use your stand mixer if you want to. It's just easier for me to grab my hand mixer. Now that I have my butter and my sugars creamed together, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 egg and a teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm going to mix those in. Now I can start adding the rest of my dry ingredients, and the recipe doesn't tell you to, but I have my flour, which I have 1.5 cups of flour, and I also have my baking soda and my salt, and I have a half a teaspoon of each one of those, but I like to go ahead and mix those together first just to make sure they're incorporated with each other before I add it to anything else. So then I can gradually add this to my creamed mixture, and I'm going to do it in 2 additions just so it's a little easier. Okay, the only other things I need to add, I have my chocolate chips, and I have a cup of chocolate chips, and I also have a cup of toffee bits. But I'm only going to add about 3/4 of this because the rest of them I'm going to put on top of the cookies just to make them look a little nicer. You can dump it all in at once if you would rather do it that use my scoop and put these on my sheet and bake these for 9 to 11 minutes each. And when they come out, I'll put a little more tap of those toffee bits on top. And you could make them smaller than this, but since they're going to my granddaughter and be easier for her to just grab 1 or 2 of them, I'm going to go ahead and make them decent size. Make sure you leave plenty of room so when they spread they don't run into each other. Okay, those are ready to go in the oven. Hello everyone and welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. Easter is so early this year and it's going to be really hard to get into the whole Easter thing, but as long as we don't lose sight of what Easter is really about, it really doesn't matter what time of year it comes, I guess. But anyway, so for Easter I decided this year that I'd do something fun with some of my grandkids, and besides we do Easter egg hunts and that kind of stuff, but we're going to make some Easter basket cupcakes. And they're going to come over this afternoon and help me decorate these and make their own Easter baskets. So I've got my oven preheating to 350. I have my liners in my cupcake holders, and I decided to use some fun little liners. You could use plain ones. You could use ones that are Easter. You could use the smaller ones that make a dozen, because this recipe actually says it will yield 1.5 dozen, but since I use my big ones, my big muffin pans, it will yield closer to a dozen. So anyway, I've got that ready. I've got the stuff that we're going to decorate with and the icing items out. But let's start with the cupcake itself. And so I have 1/2 cup of softened butter that I'm going to put in my mixer. And to that, I'm going to add a cup of sugar, and I need to cream these two together till they're really light and fluffy. So that's going to take 5 to 7 minutes. So I'll get this started and then I'll come back when it's nice and fluffy. Okay, now that my butter and I'm out of breath. I was running errands while I was letting that go. And sugar are creamed and fluffy. I'm going to go ahead and add an egg that I have at room temperature and some orange zest. I have about a teaspoon of that. And you could make regular carrot cake muffins. I think that would be really good in this recipe or for this project. If your grandkids or the people eating them like that kind of thing. Okay, so I'll mix those in. Whew. And while that's going, I have cake flour in my bowl. I have 2 cups, and you want to make sure you use cake flour, not all-purpose flour. And to that, I'm going to add my other dry ingredients. I have 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt that I want to mix together. And then I have 2/3 cup of buttermilk in my measuring cup, and I'm going to add the flour mixture alternately with that to my mixer. Turn that down one. Now I'm going to fill my muffin cups about 2/3 of the way full. I'm going to put these in the oven to bake, and it'll take them about 20 to 25 minutes. You don't want to overfill because we want room for the icing and our decorations in our cup. scrape down the sides. And I'm ready to fill them. I said about 2/3 full. Being careful not to overfill. Just a reminder again, if you don't have enough batter to fill one of your cupcake pans, make sure you put a little bit of water in the empty one so your pan will not warp. Okay, our cupcakes are made and cooling. We're getting ready to do some stir fry. Family's coming over. But I want to get these cupcakes iced before that happens. So I'm going to make the icing, and then the kids are going to decorate. And they're going to take, after the cupcakes are iced, they're going to take coconut that we put a teaspoon of water and some green food coloring in so it looks like grass. And then they've got Twizzlers to make the handle for the baskets, the little cupcake baskets. They've got Cadbury eggs, the little candied ones to decorate with. I also got them some chocolate Ghirardelli bunnies that they can put on top of their cupcakes. So they're going to do that when they get here. But I'm going to make the icing first. So in my bowl, I'm going to cream my butter that's softened. And I have 3/4 cup of soft butter and 6 ounces of cream cheese. To that, I'm going to, after I cream it, I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla, 3 cups of powdered sugar, and that will be our icing for our cupcakes. I want to add my teaspoon of vanilla. And then my powdered sugar. And I'm not going to do this all at once or it'll go everywhere. So Noah is making the grass for our cupcakes. There's water and green food coloring in our coconut. Do you like coconut? No. Noah is
The brown ones make you dehydrated.
The what?
What? The brown coconuts.
Oh, you're talking about like if you're on a desert island and you need coconut milk out of the coconut. I get it.
Ripe.
Anyway, so Noah's going to decorate one of his Easter basket cupcakes, but evidently he's not going to eat it because he doesn't like cream cheese icing and he doesn't like coconut.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun to decorate.
I can't hardly get it.
Got it?
Is this good?
No, there's no brown. No, there's no brown in our grass like there is out in our yard, is there?
Yeah. This might be your grass.
You think so? Maybe there's snow in the grass. It did snow today.
I know. It's not like I'm blind. I went to school. I know what outside.
You did go to school, didn't you?
Yeah, because it's a Friday. I know I had PE.
Okay, so are we ready to decorate one of them?
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to, you can leave the spoon in the bowl. Okay. So you're going to take some of the coconut and put it on. You can use your fingers. Here, I'll show you. I'll do this one. You do one next. Ooh, pulled mine over too far. You do that one.
I did this one?
Yeah, don't put a whole lot because it doesn't take much. You kind of have to push it down in a little bit. Don't get crazy, but you open that, Jacob. We'll get it later.
Oh, you egged on the floor. You're used to bunny with a lot of eggs, no?
I put 6 of them.
Do you want a bunny? Do you have room for a bunny? Okay, now you have to be really careful when you do that. Push one side in first, because you have to push pretty hard. You can push harder.
Now I have room for chocolate
A chocolate bunny.
bunny. A chocolate
Wonder if you could use Peeps.
Yeah.
Katie's over there. Your mommy's eating our handles to our baskets.
Do they have mini peeps? Because one peep would take off like that.
Yeah, I know. You would just have to use the Peeps. Do you just want one bunny or you want 2 bunnies?
One.
Okay, 1 bunny. Perfect. Ta-da! Show the camera. Thanks for joining us for this session of Cooking with Some Friends. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And find us on Facebook at Cooking with Some Friends.